Hi everyone, welcome to another tale from the Magic Story Cauldron. This isn't me, is it? Oh, that's my lovely friend Jane, and she's going to tell a beautiful story that she wrote. The story of Jimmy the Frog.
Hello everybody. So, Jimmy the Frog was not green. He stayed at home to not be seen. He did not sit, like frogs are so fond, atop a lily leaf in the middle of the pond. His croak had turned mellow to match the yellow. He did not eat, he got so thin, a yellow frog with yellow skin. When Jimmy saw his face, when he looked in the pond, big frog tears flowed on and on. Jimmy longed to just be green, a common frog so often seen. The pond filled up with his salty puddles. He never could rest from this yellow-skinned muddle. Soon his tears, they spread quite far, past the gate to the road and the cars. The village folk got out their wellies. They began to fear for their houses and tellies. What if the water carried on? For weeks, for years, the village gone. A terrible future. The villagers feared to lose their homes to salty tears. So wet village folk came up with a plan, a terrible one, but you'll understand. They wanted him gone, this frog that cried, his destiny, frog legs fried. In the village that night, Jimmy's name was Black. They gathered to plan this awful attack on a frog only sad, a frog only yellow, not one bit bad, with a croak only mellow. Meanwhile, back at the pond, Jimmy's friends were plotting on. They weren't so keen to just be green, a common frog so often seen. It might be nice to shimmy in yellow, just like Jimmy, cool and mellow. But for Jimmy was a mess, and life for him was one big stress. No one could make Jimmy see that he was a special sight to see. To Jimmy, they were just making fun. He remained lonely, one of one. His friends hopped aboard the frogmobile. To the village they did steal. While the village folk were busy plotting, the frogs got busy shopping. Waterproof paint, a selection of brushes, then back to the pond through the water-filled rushes. They arrived, excited to fulfill their plot, with all the shopping they had got. It was darkly night below the sleeping sun, but there was no shortage of frogs having fun. Back at the village, the people set out. "Shh," said the leader, "no one must shout. Keep your torches low, look straight ahead. We'll catch that froggy fella asleep in his bed." As they approached, there was a glow up ahead. That's strange," the leader said. "We'll creep up slowly so no one will hear. We'll find that frog, never fear." He peered through the rushes and let out a gasp. How could they now fulfill their task? Not one yellow frog could he see. There was more than three, then more and more and more. The lake was full with yellow lights. Froggy fellas glowing bright, shimmery yellow lit up the night. Jimmy woke up. What's all this kerfuffle? Was there a problem? Was there a trouble? He opened up his swollen, crying eyes. He let out a croak, as to his surprise. Did he imagine? Was it a dream? He liked what he saw as much as ice cream. He was no longer one of one. His friends were yellow, every one. Even yellow was his mum. His heart filled up with froggy tears. Only this time those tears were clear. Not from worry, not from fear. Tears from love, from friends held dear. All that loneliness just fell away, no longer would he hide away. Jimmy now knew he was not one of one, he belonged like everyone. The villagers saw this happy sight and forgot their plan, frog leg bites. Now Jimmy had stopped to weep. They could take off their wellies and dry their feet. They could watch their tellies without any fear of salty tears trickling near. The frogs and the villagers became good friends, and you'll be happy to hear of a double good end. Many people came to see the frogs, more than 3, and the village sold pictures and models of frogs. Outdated things were pictures of dogs. They made lots of money, some of which they spent on the pond, and the pond looked rich. Yellow frogs wore golden hats. They played all day, and that is that. Thank you.
Lovely, Jane, thank you. And see you all again for another tale from the Magic Story Cauldron very soon. Bye for
Bye.
now.